Right, hello folks, I'm now going to attempt to show you how to remove ink from golf balls. Different golfers put pen marks on their golf balls so that when they are playing with 2, 3, 4 people, when you go to find your ball you can tell whose is whose. I don't know what pens have been used because these are balls I've found, but I'm presuming most people use a Sharpie, that brand of marker to mark golf balls with pen marks. So you can see this one's a blue mark. I'm going to try and remove that. Just randomly, some green someone's put on a Titleist there. Quite a lot of people mark their golf ball by using dots, a couple of dots, 3 dots, you know, sometimes black, sometimes blue, sometimes red. So you can put dots on your ball. You can even put your name on a golf ball, your initials. So 2 different lots of pen marking. I'm going to attempt to move from that one. Quite a lot of people put these long lines all the way around their ball, as you can see. And that one's cut, so I don't care if I knacker up this golf ball. But you get the idea. And quite a lot of people put all kinds of bizarre marks on their golf balls these days. You can buy all these kind of plastic tools that have gaps on them, so that the gap is only where you'd put the pen mark, so you can make all kinds of alignments for when you're putting, etc. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to show you 3 different products. So I'm sure you've all heard of White Spirit, very strong smelling stuff. My father used to put his paintbrushes into White Spirit to get the paint off the paintbrushes. This is some alternative to it called Clean Spirit. I don't know why they've come up with this product, but apparently it's very similar to White Spirit, so I'm going to try this. Second product I'm going to use is Nail Varnish Remover. Now I know I've used Nail Varnish Remover in the past to get ink off golf balls. It does work, but you can end up with a bit of a smudge on the golf ball. It doesn't remove like 100% of the ink. It gets a lot of it off, but you'd end up with a smudge, so it's not perfect. So don't use it on a golf ball you want to save, as in, let's say you've got one with a logo on it, you don't want the logo ball getting knackered. So try it on a golf ball you don't care messing up, is my advice. And the third product I'm going to use, someone told me to use alcohol based liquid. So you can buy these hand sanitizers these days because of the coronavirus. People have been buying huge amounts of this stuff, and I bought 3 of these bottles for about £9 on Amazon. So Lakeland Cosmetics is the brand. 80% alcohol. Most of the there's alternatives, there's other brands, but most of them sell like 70%. 80% was good, and I've already tried that, and it does remove ink, but it requires a lot of rubbing. It's not perfect. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. So 3 products to try. Let's get to it. So the first product I'll show you is, as I said, this Lakeland Hand Sanitizer Liquid Rub. It's a pump action thing. So hold on. So I've written on a bit of paper. I'm going to use, simple as that, kitchen, you know, the kitchen tissues for absorbing water if you spilt something in the kitchen. So I'm using that. Let's put a couple of squirts of that onto the, hold on, I need to undo the cap. Let's do a couple of squirts. I'll just show you, I'm going to try and show you everything. It's going to be hard to film and do, but so 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, it's dripping a bit as well. But alcohol hand rub is now on that cloth there. I'll try that. I have to put the camcorder down. I'm going to need both hands. One hand to hold the golf ball. I don't want to get it on my keyboard. Let me get my keyboard out of the way. So one hand, now let me put a cloth down as well in case I drip anything on my nice wooden table. So here we go. Golf ball. Let's try that red RC bit there with the alcohol hand rub. And I'm just rubbing away. Oh, that is coming off. Alright, it did say RC. Now you can just see the R. Let's go. Is that coming off? And to apply a bit of force. As you can see, it doesn't come off easily. I remember, like I said in the past, Nail Varnish Remover used to get ink off really easily. This alcohol stuff requires a hell of a lot of rubbing. It's definitely faded it. Look at that, it's gone to like an orangey colour now. It does remove ink, but not, I wouldn't say not 100%. I'm just going to use a slightly different part of the paper towel, see if I can find a bit that's got a bit more of that alcohol stuff on it. So rubbing away a lot. It's faded it to orange, is what I would say. And the person that marked this ball has marked it, so that's what it used to look like. dark red like that. Let me get a bit more light on over here if I can. Oh, that's better. Right, so that's RC, that side. On the other side you can see it's almost faded off. It's now a light orange colour. Let's see if I can completely remove that. Just using the alcohol one. And the answer is pretty much no. It seems like I could be here all day rubbing away at that. I think I might have just got a bit of the, yeah, a bit of the colour out of the paper towel just went onto the ball then. No, I've rubbed a lot. I've almost got rid of it on one side. So you can see, you can barely see it. It did say RC in letters, initials there. It's almost gone using the alcohol. So let's try on the other side. Oh God, hang on. Have I removed part of the golf ball cover there? It doesn't look quite right. It does look like I've got some little blemishes now. And that's the other thing. You've got to wonder, are you going to do any damage to the golf ball? Look at that. Do you see what I mean about, have I damaged the golf ball cover? What is that? Let me just use my nail. I don't, because that's the thing, you don't want to damage the balls. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with them. If you're just going to play with them, tiny blemishes like that won't matter. If you're, for example, this has got a logo on it, a business logo, like say Coca-Cola printed on it, and you wanted to keep this as a collector's ball, you wouldn't want to damage them. So I think that has done some damage, don't you? That purple has probably come off the paper towel. I should have used paper towels that don't have any colour in them, but that does look slightly damaged to me. Anyway, I'm now going to do the other side, and I'll use a different product. Let's see what happens. Let's now try nail varnish remover. Like I said, unfortunately I haven't got that written 3 times on the board, so I could give you a complete honest review. So all I'm going to do is tip the bottle of nail varnish remover quickly upside down to get some onto the paper. So just one very quick, and you get about a golf ball size pad of nail varnish remover. Ooh, that's got quite a strong smell, that. So here we go, nail varnish remover next. Oh, that is much quicker than alcohol. Look at that. Almost instantly I've got rid of the red. Now it's gone to orange. Let's see if I keep rubbing what happens. Oh, that's much better than the alcohol stuff. Yeah, look, that's almost gone already. I can just see very light orange. It's just so much less work. It's clearly much more powerful stuff, whatever's in that. I'll film the bottle of the bottles at the end of this video. This is not going to be a quick video because I'm going to try and show you an honest comparison. Different colours of ink. Let's just show you what happens. So I've done a bit more rubbing. Look at that. That's almost gone. So if I was going to keep this ball, say for, like I said, for a logo one, you could just about get away with that. Somebody would probably not even notice that. Let me get the camcorder now and I'll zoom in. Do you see that? You can just make it out, but it's not clear. You would probably not, to the human eye, you probably wouldn't even notice that, to be honest. But let's just do a bit more rubbing with the nail varnish one. Let's see if I can get it 100% off of there. But I remember in the past I'd used some red pen on one of my own golf balls, and when I rubbed it off with nail varnish remover, it didn't have to leave one hell of a smudge all over the ball. It was a right mess. But I'd used a lot of ink, by the way, not a tiny amount like this, not a couple of letters, but okay. So nail varnish remover has I'm getting the colour out of the paper again. I've got a bit of blue on the golf ball now. That's coming out of the. I should have used paper that doesn't have colour, shouldn't I? Anyway, let me see if I can just get that blue off. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Anyway, so as you can see, nail varnish remover is a lot better than the alcohol stuff. That has virtually removed it. That blue will come off. That's just part of the paper. But you can see it's almost disappeared. Next test with this blue pen, I'm now going to use the Clean Spirit stuff. So let me get another piece of paper. Now I've got to be careful with this stuff. I remember this. I said my father used to use this to remove paint from paintbrushes, leave his paintbrushes in a garage, and let me just smell the liquid. It doesn't actually have much of a smell. White Spirit used to have a really strong smell. No, I can barely smell that. There's a tiny fragrance, but no, you wouldn't know that was white spirit, so be careful folks, that is not water in there. So again, I'm going to quickly tip this upside down onto the paper, do it a couple of times. Okay, oof, and let me put the lid back on because I don't want to knock that over. I'd rather not get a litre of white spirit stuff right near my computer, thank you very much. Okay, so white spirit pad, white spirit stuff, whatever it's called, clean spirit. Let's try it on this blue line. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, I was going to say, it doesn't appear to be doing much at all. I'll try it just on that last, say, inch of this particular line. I'm rubbing quite hard and it doesn't appear to be doing anything, to be perfectly honest. Let's try. It might be a different type of pen compared to what that red pen was. Ooh, what's happening there? Yeah, again, I'm getting some colour out of these paper towels, but yeah, that's the colour from the paper towel coming out. It doesn't seem to be doing anything to that blue line, does it? No, it doesn't. I'm going to do this fairly quickly. Obviously, if you're really trying, you might spend 3-4 minutes rubbing each ball. I'm not going to do it, or else the video is going to take too long and you'll get bored silly. But as you can see, the white spirit doesn't appear to be doing anything. Somebody told me to try it. Let me try the white spirit on a different ball with a different marking, just to see if it does anything on. Might just be that particular pen, whatever was used. And that's the thing. I don't know what pens were used. I'm only assuming most people use Sharpies. So I'm putting more white spirit onto the paper towel. Christ, that was quite a lot. And let me put the lid on before I go and knock that over. Okay, right, so now I'm going to try white spirit on the ball that's got loads of this black on it. Why on earth has somebody done that to a golf ball? I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So, clean spirit, sorry, not white spirit, clean spirit. Never used this stuff before. I have used white spirit to clean paintbrushes because my father taught me about that, and it's brilliant for getting paint out of paintbrushes so you don't have to throw them away after you've painted a wall in a house or something. Well, can you see anything happening? It's just making it a little bit foamy, but it's not actually removing ink. So this clean spirit stuff seems to be a bit of a disaster, really, for cleaning golf balls. I'm not impressed with that. Somebody suggested that to me and it is not working. Hell of a lot of rubbing. I mean, could you also, instead of using paper, you could maybe use a cloth. Maybe you'd be able to push a bit harder if you're using a cloth. But I don't think it'd make much difference. Has it faded that at all? Let me just dry that on the cloth in front of me. It may have taken a little bit of ink off. Yeah, you can see it has faded it a bit. It has taken some ink off, but that's a lot of work to do that. Can you see the difference? Yeah, you can. It has removed some, but it's taken a lot of work, and it's I'm not too impressed with the white spirit stuff, clean spirit. So that's the clean spirit stuff. Let me just try it on one other golf ball. Let's try, just in case it's different ink, so let's try it on this green ink. Let's see if it makes any difference. Again, I don't know what pen was used to mark this. Again, I'm presuming it was something like a Sharpie. Sharpie's obviously a brand, but you know the type of pen I'm talking about. They almost look like felt tip pens. No, that is not having any effect really, is it? So, white spirit or clean spirit doesn't work. Maybe white spirit would work. I don't have a bottle of white spirit. Clean spirit is a safer alternative to white spirit for brush cleaning and general purpose. Removes oil and water-based paints, it says on the bottle. Virtually odourless. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Non-toxic, non-flammable. So maybe white spirit would work, but this clean spirit stuff is pretty useless for clean golf balls, so I'm going to give up on using that. So let's go back to, where are we? Let's try nail varnish remover again on a few of these. Let me just pour some more onto the paper towel. Whoa, I just spilled quite a bit. So soaking nail varnish this is now, so let's try nail varnish on this green. Oh, that stinks. That is a strong smell, nail varnish remover. Oh, look at that. Look how it's almost instantly. Nail varnish remover, I knew it worked. So nail varnish remover gets rid of a lot of ink quickly. It leaves you with a light colour where the ink used to be, but it doesn't seem to get 100% off. You know, you're still left with that slight discoloration of where the original ink was. I wish it had come off really, really perfectly. But you get the idea now, don't you? That is almost gone, almost instantly. That's very quick to use. So nail varnish remover is highly recommended for cleaning golf balls. Okay. And again, if you spent another couple of minutes rubbing away, maybe you could get it a bit better than that, but I don't think you're going to get 100% of that off. It does, with that amount of rubbing, you'd think it would come off. I think you're just going to get left with a very light colour of where that used to be. God, that is a strong smell. Yeah, so there you go. That is, let me just show you. Do you see those two green lines that were thick dark green are now almost a very, very light green? Okay, so that's one colour. Let's try it. Let's try the same. Let's get the right cloth. Whoa, that is a strong smell. I'm going to try. Let me try another cloth. So I've got some loo roll here. Let's put some nail varnish remover on it. Crikey, that's a lot again. So nail varnish remover. Let's try it on that black ball that I couldn't get off with the white spirit. Let's try. Oh wow, look at that. That is almost instant. Look at that. So there we go. We've got proof. Nail varnish remover works really well. Clean spirit, pain in the arse. And let's try and get those dark. Look at that. It is almost instant. So there you go. That's. Don't bother buying clean spirit, the alternative to white spirit. As I said, I don't know about whether white spirit would work, but we do know nail varnish remover is blooming good. Look at that. Look how much ink's come off. And that was a clean white bit of loo roll, and that's pretty much got that colour off that ball. And it's just how quick it is. You don't have to spend ages rubbing on it. It's almost instantly that cleans up the ball. So yeah, that is good. You're left with a very slight marking of where that used to be. Again, maybe if you spent a couple more minutes rubbing on it with a cloth, for example, instead of paper tissue, you might get a bit more off. I don't think you probably would still have a little mark to it, but let's just show you. Look at that. Look at the difference. You could pretty much get away with that as being a ball that's never been marked. You know, you wouldn't really notice that. So nail varnish remover, we know works. Let's now try the I want to try this 80% alcohol hand sanitizer on a piece of loo roll. Let's put some on there. Put a fair bit on there. Make the tissue nice and wet. And let's now try that on. There we go. Some RC on that. No, it's definitely disco. Look, you can see the colour coming off onto the paper. So it does take some ink off. Seems to require a lot more rubbing than the nail varnish remover. That nail varnish remover is blooming good. I'll film what it is and what the ingredients are in case that helps to people in other countries. I'm using, these are English products. If you're in the USA watching this video, you'll have to find an alternative product that's similar. So I'll show you the ingredients when I'm done filming. Right, so that's faded it with the 80% alcohol hand rub stuff, but it hasn't totally removed it. That's nowhere near as good as nail varnish remover. And let's try it on the black dots, some of these black dots there. Is that going to come off or not? Yeah, it is coming off. You can see that's pretty much faded it, but you can still just about tell where it was. So you could get away with using this 80% alcohol hand sanitizer rub, that sort of stuff, but it's a lot more work and it's not quite as good. So stop using that. Let me try. Let me just try the hand sanitizer on. Let's put a bit more on the cloth. That's pretty much soaked that bit of toilet tissue. Now let's rub a different ball Let's try, oh, this is the cut up Strixon ball with the black line on it, so let's try on that black line there and see what we can do. Yeah, it's fading now. It's gone from black to kind of a light purpley colour, but you can just tell it's not going to get it completely off. It's yeah, it fades it. So you can remove a fair bit of the ink using the hand sanitizer stuff, but it's a lot more work, it seems. Whatever's in that nail varnish remover seems to just destroy ink instantly. Now, but look, that has pretty much cleaned it, that bit that I've been rubbing. So yeah, the alcohol stuff does work, just seems to be a lot more work. So there you go, that's pretty good. That's pretty much removed, and that's what it was like. You see that side there? So you can pretty much remove it using the alcohol. And again, I'm going to put some more nail varnish remover on another bit of tissue. Let's pour a bit on there. Yikes, that's quite a lot. That really does come out of that bottle really quickly. So now let's try another ball. Let's try somebody's S. So nail varnish remover. See the black S? Look at that. Just a couple of rubs and it's gone. And it's all on the paper there. That is amazing stuff. So there you go. Nail varnish remover wins this test hands down. Get the other S off there. Oh, that's good. That's what I mean by logo ball. That I would keep. Jarvis. That is a company that's in construction or something, I think I looked up. So remove the black ink marks. Oh, that is blooming good. And that's one I'll keep for my collection. I've got over 3,000, possibly towards 4,000 logo balls in my collection now. I may sell them at some point in the future. It's cost me thousands of pounds to buy lots of them, and I've also found a fair amount of them, which has cost me in God knows how many scratches to my arms and legs, and a lot of time and effort. So I'm not giving them away, but you know, just based on how much I spent, that's thousands of pounds, English pounds. So there we go. Look at that. That is so much better than that. Look, that's almost gone. Obviously I'll spend a bit more time perfecting it, but just to show you, that had S on it in 4 places. You can just about make out where they were, but that's pretty damn good compared to what it was like. So there we go. So clean spirit, alternative to white spirit, don't bother. That is not going to do the job. Let's just film what's in it so that you know what it's made of, maybe, and therefore what doesn't work. That's the directions. Pause the video to read that. I'm not going to film it at reading speed, or else it'll take too long. Sensible precautions, keep out of reach of children. Oh shit. Avoid prolonged contact with skin. I will go and wash my hands thoroughly after touching all of these different products. Contains less than 5% non-ionic. What does that say? Surfactants. Okay, so that's the stuff you don't want to buy. That's that. I'm just going to show you the second product. Lakeland Cosmetics, that's just a brand. The stuff, 80% alcohol hand sanitizer rub. That was so 500 ml. I got 3 of these bottles for about £9 in England, so £3 per bottle at 500 ml from Amazon. Let's see what it says. Medical grade hand sanitizer. How to use, no water required. So this is designed for, you know, cleaning your hands too. But somebody on a golf ball group mentioned that you could use alcohol-based rubs. I'd agree that it does work, but as you've just seen, it's nowhere near as good as this stuff. So now let me just put the lid on that bottle so I don't go and drop it as I film it. So the stuff to get, I would say, is nail varnish remover. Ask the lady in your house where she gets her product and what brand she uses. Sally Hansen is this brand. I don't think you're going to care about apricot extract for clean golf balls. Anyway, 200ml bottle here. Let's just see what the ingredients are so you know. Let's see, here we go. Ingredients: acetone, water, then a whole load of other things. So what would be the stuff that's breaking down the ink? Is it that acetone stuff? I honestly don't know anything about that. Yeah, I presume that's the stuff that's doing the job. Okay, anyway, so that's the stuff to get. Nail varnish remover if you want to clean up your golf ball. Look at that, that used to have a black S there. You can just see a tiny, it's kind of like a light purpley stain. I might be able to get that off, I might not. I will carry on cleaning at some point. And there was an S there and there was an S there. So 4 black ink marks removed from that ball. That's the ball that was dark green. It's now looking light green. Again, I haven't finished using nail varnish remover. I will give it a bit more of a clean, but there you go. That's the test. Oh, I didn't even use these. Hang on. I've got to do these. Right, hold on. These are the cotton wool pads women use for removing makeup. So let's go and put some nail varnish remover on that pad. Just going to, a couple of tips like that. Let's put the lid on that so I can knock it over. Okay, and let's try that. Where was that green? So let's see if I can get that green off with nail varnish remover. I want to see if you can get that off. Again, it all depends on what ink this is, how many years that ink's been on there, because some of these balls that I find have been where they are for, I'm not even exaggerating, 5, 10, 15, sometimes 20-year-old balls I'm finding at some points. But based on make and model, I wouldn't say this is 20 years old. It might be 10 years old, maybe, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be making much difference. So yeah, maybe some types of pen marks the ink might go into the actual golf ball, whatever they're made of. If it's a Serlin cover, I presume, or something like that. Isn't that made by DuPont? And yeah, it's made it a tiny bit lighter, but even with the nail varnish remover, so it's not going to work on all inks. But as you saw, it was blooming good when I did. Let's try one more. Let's just where did I put that? Hold on, folks. Oh, where have I put that pad? How do things disappear right in front of your own eyes? Where's that pad gone? Oh, it's completely, pretty much disintegrated. Let me... No, I will actually carry on using that soon. Hold on. So let's try another marking, another blue pen. That's coming off, but not as easily. It might be because I've used up a lot of that nail varnish remover already with the other ink, but I want to get my money's worth. I don't want to use too much of this nail varnish remover. There you go. You can see it's pretty much faded it. You can barely see that. Let's get that black dot there. Oh, look at that. That came off really easy. So different pen marks come off easier than others. So again, it must depend on the type of pen. I presume the black marks are probably from something like a Sharpie. Other colours could be from other different types of pens. But yeah, those black dots will come off easy enough. And obviously change your pads more often than I am, so you don't use as much nail varnish remover as you want. It depends on what you want to do. There you go. So pretty much faded off it. So you can clean up balls, get the ink marks off them if you're going to save them for example, because of your collecting logos. And obviously in a logo collection you want the balls to look as clean and pristine as possible. So remove ink marks. There you go. I hope that's been of help to all of you golf ball hunters. Good luck golf ball hunting, good luck collecting. And I just want to quickly at the end of this video show you a couple of golf balls I recently bought. These lovely Srixon 2 colour jobbies. I've got the orange and yellow one, and I've got the yellow and blue one. I don't know if there's any other colours. Anybody know if there's any other colours than that Srixon have come out with? But nice. And I did actually, as always the case, I bought these and then I went and found one. I found one of these orange and yellow ones the other day first one I've ever found in my life in January 2022, but I think they're really cool. Similar to what Ping used to do in the mid to late 1980s, and I'm not paying any of those Ping prices people are trying to get on eBay. Forget it. It's ridiculous what they're trying to sell for a used golf ball. Anyway, there you go. I hope that's been of use to you. I've just shown you how to clean up golf balls. Thanks for watching, and I'll also put a link underneath this so you can click on and find my other golf ball videos. I've got over 50 other videos showing you my golf ball collection with logos on them, so if you want to see my entire logo golf ball collection, there's over 50 videos for you to watch. So click on the link that's underneath this, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.